All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Indianapolis Colts. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Marcus defense. Marcus. And go.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
3, 2, 18. Chopper.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Room here to run. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
What do you need? 50 seconds to mine.
Great. Express. Gun.
Short. Let's get to 7. Jet, bomber. Go to 2. Jet, bomber. He's coming.
Newton on first down. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Great. What do you need?
3 butt.
Newton. Looking deep for Hilton. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be out. Right at the 35.
That's it. We go 16 yards.
What do you need?
First down. 58 right there.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Being strong up the middle is imperative. I don't care what your sport, but in football, when you've got a D tackle who can contribute not only to occupying bodies, but also making plays on the ball carrier, that's when you have the cornerstone of a solid run defense.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Evans coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Kaepernick. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42.
20.
A run by Mack to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He's checking.
Brings us 2nd and 10 at the 40.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. On the tackle there, Natrell Jamerson out of Wisconsin. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Ready? Katie.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. So we got man.
8.
Check.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. Catch made here by Campbell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Looking to run with Mack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point safely through, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. This is Butler making the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready, ready. 10 Lobo. Check, check. Block 54. Block 54. Ready, go.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. That's taken in by Henderson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check, check. Frag down. Kill. Spine. No.
Ready, go.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Kaepernick going to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out of nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Badgley able to knock this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Gun.
Mike, 58, right there. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Great.
You can't block me.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Great.
Here we go.
Newton now to throw. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Johnson was the intended receiver.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. A nice run there by Gurley on 1st down as he'll get about 7 out of it. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll run here with Henderson, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson, as the first half is winding down, and the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Newton. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Keenan Allen, the intended target. Third down here.
Third down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey!
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. All day.
Express!
Hey, check. Mike 50.
8!
Yeah, that's it. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm coming.
Let's go. What is it?
A final shot before the break. Newton. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to let him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
58, right over there, right over there. Mike, 58, right there. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Looking deep for, and look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Check. Smoke. 54.
Kaepernick to throw on second down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 45.
On first down, it's Mack. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. Throwing on second down. Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike 50. Time to go, night. Slow, 50, Mike 50. Exit. 50.
From the gun, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Again, it's Henderson. And all the way down to the 37. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 37-yard line. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
54, right there. 54.
And Gurley on first down, no chance that time. He's swallowed up for a loss of about 3. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And he rifles one incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Newton. He completes this one to Mack. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. On the stop was Aaron Donald. From just shy of midfield, Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Los Angeles.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. H3 218. Chopper. Switch.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to...
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, L.A. In for the score. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Montrevious Adams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Newton, Aaron Donald in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Let's get off the
Gun.
50, Mark 50.
From the gun, Newton, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
8.
On fourth down, Newton. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over first and goal. They'll look to run with Henderson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. On the counter, Gurley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
He's not going to get me. 36.
They'll try and run. Henderson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on fourth and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. From the gun, here's Newton. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They fake the give. Newton. He's going to let it fly. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
22 yards there, a first down.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
180. Gun. 58 right there. 20.
To throw again. Newton. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Point after, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. Oh, I think the Colts got this. They did. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now.
Watch tight end.
Gun.
Tight end's right. 3 down.
Heavy.
I got one.
Express.
Mike 50. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's a baby soft. Mike's 50.
Now Newton on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by David Long. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Let's go.
So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Los Angeles, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.